I experienced one of the most awful, terrible, and horrible experience I've ever had. It's not that I broke up with my boyfriend or gained some more weight. It was a terrible toothache. At first, it wasn't so painful. However, the pain gradually increased to the extent that it even woke me up in the middle of the night, right before my final exam. So the next day, I went to the dentist immediately. He told me that it was gingivitis, meaning the inflammation of my gum tissue. He gave me some medicine and told me it's going to be alright. The next day, the pain wasn't soothed. In fact, it got worse. The pain struck me while I was taking my final exam, forcing me to turn in the paper earlier. During lunchtime, I couldn't even finish my noodles because it hurt so much. That night, I went to a dentist again. But he told me the same thing. Take the medicine and you'll be fine. So this is when I felt really strange. And this is also when I decided to change another dentist. So the next day, I went to the other dentist. He examined my teeth and told me it wasn't my gum that caused the pain. He said it might be the cavity and the wisdom tooth that caused my pain. Well, a new discovery, I thought to myself. I finally got a different answer. However, things didn't go well as I thought it would be. The next day, the pain was so hard that I was kneeling on the ground crying. I could not say a word, but then my tears fall from my eyes. If you ask me how painful that was, I can only tell you that during those days I couldn't even fall asleep. So this time, my dad took me to another dentist. The third dentist finally found out the real problem. It was acute pulpitis, caused by water that went into my tooth when the previous doctor was performing root canal treatment. So this is the end of my story. And I was really happy at that time because I finally got to take some rest. However, there are some deeper meanings behind my story. Let us think about the question whether why didn't the previous two doctors find out my problem? What is the reason of the misdiagnosis? Actually, according to a survey, while a patient is describing his symptoms, he is very likely to be interrupted by the doctor within only 18 seconds. And no more than a couple of minutes, the doctor will give his diagnosis. Although most diagnoses are correct, at some crucial moments, they can also be wrong. So what can we do to avoid these kinds of situations? What are some methods we can apply? Here is method number 1. Tell the doctor your symptoms with great details. Tell the doctor what it happened and how it happened. Tell it from the beginning, as if you were telling it for the first time, so that the doctor will understand it better. Method number 2, tell the doctor what you were thinking. As patients, we might have some guessing about what happened to ourselves. For example, although my symptoms feels like I've got stomachache, but I worry that it might be cancer. Sometimes we are worried that these kinds of self-diagnosis may make us ridiculous or embarrass us. But don't worry, because these kinds of self-diagnoses are very important and shouldn't be neglected. Method number 3, ask questions. For example, could it be other reasons that caused my sickness? Are there other possibilities? These kinds of questions help the doctor rethink whether they have given their diagnosis too early or to rethink in a different direction. From the above-mentioned methods, we can see that good doctoring lies not only in the doctor's experience or knowledge, but in good communication skills. As patients, we should play a crucial role in our self-diagnosis. And if you want to improve your communication skills, what's the best way? Well, come to NTU Toastmasters and you will find out. Via me.